You ready to pull a windshield using Harbor Freight tools? I'm sure you've seen these at Harbor Freight and you're like, can I really pull a window with $15 tools? The answer is yes, you can. So this is from Harbor Freight, comes in a kit. You got the little pusher tool thing, you got 2 handles, and you got some wire. So the first thing you need is a windshield that you need to pull out. This one's got a nice massive crack in it, so it's complete trash. So every windshield's a little bit different. On this one, I've got this trim piece. So I need to cut that off. Just take a razor blade, slide it up behind there. Should start cutting. These are a one-time use steel, so you gotta cut it out. Important step when you're pulling a windshield is don't wear gloves. That way the razor blade and the glass can fully penetrate your skin. That's it for the weather stripping. Now for the fun part. Take your wire, you're going to cut a piece of this off. Now this is going to break. It always breaks. You're going to use multiple pieces. So if it breaks, don't stress out about it. And that's why they give you so much. So we're going to start with about 3 feet or so. You're going to need some good diagonal cutters to cut this stuff, because you want to have a nice clean cut on the end there. Take your first handle. Slide the thing in the middle all the way one way. Slide the wire through. It comes out that slot. Bend it into the hole. And then this taper is what locks it in. Just like that. So now that one's locked in. Then we take our other end. And this tool's got this little notch in it. You're going to put it in the notch, about a 1/2 inch or so. And then you're just going to bend it over. Kind of like that. Now we're going to shove this through the urethane. I like to do it on the bottom of the window, down here. I found that if I do it on the sides or the top, it cracks. Which this window doesn't matter, but you might be pulling one that does matter. So I like to do it right around in this area. When I push it into the urethane, I'm not going to be pushing straight. I'm not going to be wiggling up and down this way. I'm going to be wiggling this way. You go up and down, crack your glass. So sometimes it won't cooperate, so what I'm going to do is remove the wire, pierce the urethane, then go back with the wire. Now you can see my tools came through, so I'm going to try to remember this spot. We'll just draw a line in the dust, that'll work. And then we're going to push the wire through that hole. Okay, now our wire's through the hole, and we need to grab it with something. Now on this end, we're going to do the same thing we did on the other end. We take our other handle, slide it up, slide the wire through. Now we're at our 2 ends. When you're doing this, it's always easier to pull it towards you rather than push it away from you. So we're going to work it this way and then this way. Now we're down at this corner and I'm going to wrap the wire around the glass, because this wire will crack the glass. And there's our first broken wire. Must have caught on something in there. Sometimes it's the edge of glass. All you gotta do, push this out, remove the wire, start over again. Now I'm up to the top edge. I'm going to work my way that way. So that's broken wire number 2. Completely normal. I think I usually break around 4 for each window, so wire's cheap. Now I'm ready for wire number 3. I reinsert it over here. I'm going to pull that way. When you do this along the bottom, make sure your wire is long enough for you to reach from here to your handles. Got the bottom cut. Now we're on this last piece. Gonna go pull it upwards and windshield should come out. So just like that, we are now windshieldless. Now let's take a look at our damage. So over here in the beginning, this is where my wire first broke, and you can see the glass started fracturing. That's what created friction, broke my wire. Had that happen along this edge a little bit, up to there. Rest of it looks pretty good. Had a little spot right here where the wire caught onto it. Going around this corner, I had a little bit of fracturing there, but overall, didn't come out too bad. With these surface cracks on the edges, I'd probably reuse this if it didn't have the obvious damage here in the middle. So that's it. That's how to pull your windshield out with the cheap $15 Harbor Freight tools.